They
Just
locked me in
once.
a room.
They put me in a room. A
A
rubber
rubber
room.
room.
A
A
rubber
rubber
room with
room with rats.
rats.
And rats make me crazy.
Rats made me crazy.
Crazy? I was crazy
I was
once.
just
They
going,
locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with rats. And rats make me crazy. Crazy? I was...
Crazy. I was crazy once. They put me in
Bro.
a rubber room with rats. Rats make me crazy.
crazy. I was
Crazy.
crazy once.
I was
They
crazy
put me in a
once.
room.
They put me in a rubber room with
With
rats.
rats.
Rats make me
Rats
crazy.
made me
Crazy.
crazy.
I was crazy once.
I feel
I...
so bad for Lucille having to hear
Hmm?
this.
Crazy.
It's
I
funny.
was crazy
I was
once.
crazy once.
They put me in a
Me in
Yes.
a
room.
room.
Join us.
Room with rats.
Oh,
A rubber room with
oh
rats.
God.
The rats
Rats
make me
make me
crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once.
I was crazy once. They locked me in a
A
room.
room.
A rubber room. A rubber room with rats. Rats make me crazy. Alright.
Anyways.
Announcements are out. Oh god, I thought I was getting away from it. No! It's still here! Alright. So yeah. Welcome everybody. This is not Raspy. I am better. It's unfortunate that he's not here. So, Raspy unfortunately had a lot of family things going on, plus the addition of like Thanksgiving and stuff next week. It was really kind of sketch. So these lovable idiots are stuck with me.
Wow, idiots.
Look, man,
not
we're
playing
not
the-
going to talk about the fiasco that literally just happened off camera. All right? Do you want me to go there? Like,
You know what? Fair. I know I have an 8 intelligence, but that doesn't make me an idiot.
all right,
No, Bosh, that was crazy.
crazy.
Crazy?
All right.
That's crazy one.
So I threw this together in a matter of hours. I already had this map image that you see here. This is the map of the island, which is already instantaneously more than I have ever given any other party that's ran through this simulation, we'll call it. So,
Oh shoot.
yeah, by the way, you guys are the fourth group that I've had go through this adventure.
Oh no.
So it'll be interesting to see where you guys go, because every other group that I've ever had has gone through the exact same pathing up until a very specific point where they then deviated. It'll be very interesting, but we'll see. But yeah, so I'm gonna be going ahead and running through the island campaign to give you guys a little bit of backstory, and not even the players have heard this technically, although they were able to read it if they chose to do so. Not naming names, but you know who you are. Essentially, you guys were prisoners in a kingdom on the mainland. After your trial, you were deemed guilty and sentenced to banishment on the island, which many regard as a fate worse than death. You guys have been able to roam freely aboard the ship that is bringing you to the island, as there is a heavy guard presence. But upon arrival, which the island inches closer and closer as time moves on, you will be given 20 rations and a small map of the island. As you get closer, I would like everyone to go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okay, you have to tell me how to do that.
All right. So you've enabled Beyond 20, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're going to go to features and traits, make sure it says updated good. There's like a green little flash.
Yep.
All right. You will scroll down to where it says perception and click it. Click the number beside it. On D&D Beyond.
Let's go. That's a 23.
All right.
Oh.
By the way.
Ooh,
I
nice.
I am super excited about this, and like it happened a week or so ago, but I still have them. My office brought in Olive Garden for lunch, and they brought in a ton of their like Andes mints, the chocolate and mint.
Oh
mint
yeah. Yes.
and I have a cup of them. And I've just been munching for the last a week. Oh, they're so good. I'm so happy.
We got muffins today from the
Nice.
parents, which was nice.
Got banana bread at work today, dude.
Oh, banana bread.
Banana bread at work, dude?
I got banana bread at work today, dude.
Hell yeah.
Valtteri, we're waiting on you.
You're going to be waiting a little bit. I messed something up.
Damn it. Alright.
And,
Ah,
well,
Okay.
to
thought I
put it
was
in
gonna-
perspective, what I messed up in my athletics right now, I currently see a plus 12. So
Yeah.
I messed up.
Something
Yeah,
went
I'm
awry.
not working.
We're not going to talk about the fiasco that happened earlier in regards to statistics.
Yeah, no.
That was a whole thing.
I think I know where I messed up though, so I know how to fix it.
All right.
I think.
With a 23 and a 19, as you all inch closer and closer, you are able to pick up that there are interesting looking stones that jut out of the water every so often. Can't tell exactly how far apart they are at this sort of cursory glance, but they're certainly there. And they seem to have an interesting symbol on them, Vincent. Yeah, Vincent. As you notice, I will have to make a makeshift version of this real fast, but it seems to be a number of interestingly shaped circles and ovals that fold in on each other.
The fuck? Okay. As in, like, one rock goes over, another rock just lays right on top of it. And it just keeps going.
No, so that's a symbol that's carved into these stones that are jutting out of the ocean every so often.
Okay.
See if I can make a design real fast. This is gonna be the fastest.
Fastest hands in the West.
Bro, I'm legitimately in Canva making this as we speak. Keep going. Go. What are y'all doing?
How
Actually,
close are we
suppose
to the...
at this point you guys are staying just outside of those stones. You're probably another 5 minutes from docking and being kicked off the ship and
Banished.
onto the island.
Hmm.
What was that?
Weird stones.
Yeah. Weird symbols on stones.
Well, you see them. I don't. Yes.
Yeah.
I just see stones.
Well, on how many of them have that
What
symbol
you
on it? It's
looking at?
just some rocks. There's a weird
Some
symbol
rocks.
in one of those rocks.
Oh. Does it look like something you know?
I don't know.
I can't see any symbols. Are you sure you're seeing correctly, or has the heat gotten to you?
I don't know. Might be going crazy.
You know what's crazy?
What?
I'm sorry.
Did y'all do the meme and I wasn't even here to hear it?
I don't know what you're talking about, boss.
Mm-hmm.
I was crazy once.
Here.
Oh, we're great. We're funny. We're so funny.
For stream,
oh.
this is the
Oh.
image that appears on
Okay.
the rocks. Bro. I can't believe I was able to make that fast.
It looks like an eyeball. A weird looking eyeball. That
Weird
grows.
looking eyeball?
Well, one part of it looks like an eyeball with like two ovals, like perpendicular of each other. So you got the
Oh.
circle eyeball and then two ovals. Just one across, one up. I have no
Hey,
idea what that
someone's
means.
watching you.
Uh, better not. But yeah, I have no idea what that actually means. So, eh.
All right. And Budgie, you're good to join us. They haven't officially started anything yet. They're still on the prison boat.
We haven't caused any chaos yet, so you're good.
We're on a boat.
Okay.
We're on the boat.
So the gonna be AFK, not really AFK, but I'll be around. So
Yeah, no worries.
it'll be yeah.
All right. If the rest of you, those of you who are here currently, would like to go ahead and describe your characters.
Someone go before me because I'm currently trying to fix something. Like desperately trying to scrambling to try and figure out why my stats are fucked up. And I can't find out. I can't find anything stating as to why my stats are fucked up. It's really weird.
Oh, you
So-
poor man.
I'm a C. I'm quite small. I have rainbow luminescent green hair. And yeah, just lots of plans because I'm druidic and nature affine.
All right.
Alright, I am Stefan. I'm a about 5'8", blondish white hair with blue fringe. And I'm half gem, so mine is actually along like the shoulder. My left shoulder.
Mm-hmm. TRH, it looks like you fixed it.
No.
You're the
No.
Rockwing Barbarian, right?
Yeah.
You said
I'm
your
looking
athletics
at it.
was jacked?
Look at these skills.
I gotta see
Mhm.
this. I gotta see this now.
It says plus
I'm
5.
curious.
For me, it says plus 12. See? Plus 12.
I'm looking at this now. I want to see this chaos now.
I don't understand why it's.
Yeah, I'm seeing plus 5.
See, for me, plus 5.
What?
Okay.
For me,
I'm confused.
now it's
Maybe you're just crazy.
Have you tried reloading, TRH?
crazy.
See, oh well,
I don't
What the
understand.
frick?
I'm so
what is
confused.
going on? What the fuck is going on?
I don't understand what the fuck is happening. Why is it... Okay, Bosch, do me a
Mhm.
favor. Send me the link of the character sheet you see. Just for fun.
Hold on, let me-
Just for shits and
me turn
giggles.
you up a
For
little
shits
bit.
and giggles. Like, click the share button on my character sheet and send me that link. Because this
What
is
if you
not
turned
right.
it on and off again?
Do I have the share, Budgie?
Like,
Yes.
I'm genuinely so confused because you guys saw my roll, right? And it says plus 12, which I don't understand.
Yeah, and
I
then we
don't
see
understand where it's coming
Bosch's is a
from.
plus 5.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't understand where it's coming from.
This is...
You poor
Bro, I don't know why none of my sessions
Your
can
character
ever
doesn't
get off.
like
No,
you.
no, it didn't copy. It's the wrong thing. Hang on. I'm doing this without a mouse.
Because here
too,
it
so
says
it's
my
even worse.
strength is. Because here it says my strength is plus 5, which technically makes sense
Mhm.
considering it's plus 3
Nice
plus the
one
proficiency
on
plus
that.
5. Like, that's plus 5. But I don't know why it says plus 12
There, try
on
that
my
one.
like athletics and shit.
Yeah, so like I see plus 5 under athletics. I don't know why none of my sessions can start non-scuffed. This is crazy.
Yeah, no, it still says plus 12 for me.
Bro,
I'm,
I don't, what's happening?
I don't know. It's like all my like proficiencies and shit are doubled.
Alright. Go ahead and describe your character, and then you can start fidgeting with that.
I've been fidgeting with it for a while,
Or
and I
keep
can't figure
fidgeting
out
with
why.
it, you know what I
No
mean?
confidence.
What the hell was that?
No confidence.
You don't watch a lot of VTubers, do you?
No,
Bob?
I can confidently say that I do not.
I just see them pop up on like TikTok or YouTube or like the reels or shorts or whatever.
The only VTuber I'm familiar with is Parby, and even that's questionable.
Poor Parby.
She put me through the shit first.
You poor...
That's a fun voice. Hmm.
No, that made it worse.
That's like,
Oh god.
I
Listen.
somehow made it worse. I don't care. It's only on my skills, and my like senses and like passive perception and all that. But that's the only thing that's fucked, which is weird. I don't know why everything's like done twice. D&D Beyond fix your shit. Anyways, I didn't hear any of the other character descriptions.
God dang it. God dang it, TRH.
Yeah, no, I was completely like absorbed with the fact that all my character sheet is just fucked for some
This
reason.
is so scuffed. Just go ahead. Just go ahead.
Right, so I guess
I have a picture. That
kind of looming a bit behind Stefan, also just like looking out on the island with my I guess I'll roll
The bird's eye
Oh.
view.
I'll roll a perception roll.
Sure.
So
Why not?
that's a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, yeah, but that's because you have a plus 10 for no reason.
yeah, I don't know why I have plus 10. It should be plus 2, so it should be like 12.
Okay.
You see
With
nothing.
the 12 that you actually rolled, that's unfortunately not enough to notice anything out
Okay.
of the ordinary.
Right. You know, kind of behind, looming over Stefan, is this roughly giving a rough estimate here, a 12-foot tall, just kind of chilling there, Arakakra. Kind of darker in its feathery complexion, coming to the feathers coming to these like almost purpley tips. A dark brown that goes across the entire length, coming to like a vibrant like purple, like deep purple. Currently standing there in like almost an Indiana Jones looking outfit. Like the browns with like the white undershirt and the like almost like dark brown khaki pants.
Prison uniform.
The
Sorry, it's a prison uniform.
oh yeah, it's a true prison uniform. No, it's just the prison uniform wasn't big enough, so they just left him in his clothes. 'Cause he's huge. He is a large creature.
He's a big bird.
Yeah, he's very reminiscent of a like a board above board. Like he's very reminiscent of a rock in his color scheme.
Ooh.
Not like a rock ROCK, but rock as an
ROC.
Yeah, that kind of rock. With a mixture of like slight eagle like proportions and like facial structure. As he just kind of stands there and like he's looking at the island with intent, like he knows what he's looking at, even though he doesn't see jack fuck. And he's just standing there with his arms crossed, just like nodding. It's like, yeah.
All right. You guys inch ever closer to the island. Vincent, with your 23, you notice at this point, peeking just above the tree line, ever so slightly, there seems to be a chimney of a house of some sort. Also appears that there is a small plume of smoke coming from it. You know for certain you are not alone on this island.
I should be able to introduce my character now.
Perfect.
Also, you 6 foot Aarakocra. 12 foot.
You cut
Like,
out
tall?
heavily.
Yeah.
12 foot tall Aarakocra.
Mm-hmm.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
Damn. I thought I was big. You see, over wherever
I don't
we're
think
on a
so.
prison ship.
Yes, you are.
You see, like off to the side, uh, just a wall of a person, about 6'8", I think. He's kind of more squat in appearance, but he's like built like a Ford F-250. Uh, he is with the prison outfit. He's basically just wearing the pants, no shirt, and it appears to be a massive catfish person. And he's doing the king shark. Just kind of looking at his hand. And he's just curious about where he's at. Not too aware of his surroundings. Did any of that go through?
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, we heard you.
Assault.
Okay. See,
Music just got crazy.
Hopefully it's not too loud for you. Alright. So, with that... with that... The ship docks. And you notice... etched into the dock, on one of the planks, there is a... deep groove. The police crew put a plank between, or on top of the ship, resting the other side on the dock, forming a little walkway for you guys. With spears to your backs, threat of death otherwise, you are forced off of the boat, across that line, and onto the island. The world is yours.
Also, that music is a little bit loud.
I can adjust the global volume, master music level.
Yeah, because I can barely hear you now.
That make it better?
I mean, let's say get. I can. I don't know if anybody can hear. What the?
Don't mind me, I'm trying to fix it.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Is the music too loud for anybody else? Because I mean, it's
You
Pretty-
can lower if you go into the top right hand corner on the cog for Roll20, you can click
I
there,
know
go to
it's
audio
at
and video.
27%.
It doesn't matter if you change it. We have to change it individually.
Okay, then yeah, you guys go in and change it to your own levels. Because yeah, I think stream can barely hear it. I know I can.
I don't know why for me it's so loud.
Your music level's
did you
probably at
change-
100%.
Yeah, it is starts off at 100%.
You know, let
always.
me.
Here, guess I'll have to go and override all my shit.
How's stream music level? Is it too loud for you guys? Just right? A little quiet?
Okay, there we
Let me
go.
know. It's fine on stream? Perfect.
Okay, there we go.
Alright. So,
oh, I guess we're
you guys
stuck
are
here now.
Yeah, you guys are forced off the ship, across the line and onto the island. The world is yours.
Oh,
Do
that
we
was
have our starter
unpleasant.
gear?
Nope.
No starting gear.
Oh, no.
You have basic clothing that would equate to rags and prison uniforms, and that is it. You have been given a total of 20 rations to span the technically 5 of you, but there are only 4 players currently, and 1 map of the island that is not nearly as detailed as the one that sits before you.
It's okay,
Bam.
guys. Do you think we'll make new friends here?
Either friends or enemies.
As long as I get to eat something, I'm fine.
Well, I also have berries, so we should be fine on food.
There, I manually went in and changed all my stats. I don't know
You
why.
poor man.
I don't understand why it doubled everything. Like, it more than doubled everything. It like tripled everything.
You had a plus 10 when you should have had a plus 2.
Yeah, I had a plus I had a plus 13 to my athletics for some reason.
Bro, this whole
It was
thing
like the
was-
numbers were just randomized. It's like
Scott.
what? The
You
font
may have
was-
put the numbers in the wrong area. I don't know if that happened or
No,
not, or if that's
I,
the weird
I
transition.
don't know. I have no idea.
You poor.
I tried making the character in a private campaign as well. Still the same problem. So it was
Weird.
tried copying it, tried changing its level, tried doing everything, tried going into like the homebrew race, and like looking if there was any like modifiers in there that like were fucking it up. No, nothing. So it's the D&D Beyond did it itself. I looked up on the internet. Apparently D&D Beyond has that bug where it just randomly doubles your stats because of the spaghetti code. And that was like back in 2018 when I found a report of that, and apparently it was fixed, and now it isn't fixed. So,
They
What?
unfixed the bug. Alright.
yeah.
What do we see looking towards the...
How? You about to say? How close was that chimney with the plume of smoke?
From here, maybe a 3-minute hike. That would be probably on the longer end.
Are we talking like a tropical, or is it more temperate?
What, the...
Like
just in general?
the island?
It is
Yeah.
big enough to be its own continent. Essentially. So at this point, it's comfortable outside, somewhere around maybe 60, 70 degrees. But during the winter, it would probably get cold, and during the summer, it would probably get warm.
No, this is an island, he says in Giant.
He's speaking gibberish. Anybody know what he's saying?
I do
Nope.
not.
Coleman, do you speak it?
You like his head like you know how like birds have like those like really quick like jittery movements. Yeah, his head like just snaps down to you.
God.
Hello. He kind of just gives you a wave.
You were 6 foot something.
Yeah, I'm basically half your height.
Yeah, seems about right. Must be pretty chill. Kind of like crouches down to be on eye, like trying to get to your eye level. Like those like these beady like bird like piercing blue eyes staring at you.
You see a just that wide mouth of a catfish with the tendrils making a mustache, and you just see his beady eyes and a friendly smile.
Wait, calm down.
Illume joins in the staring contest.
He has like that weird like those unblinking bird eyes.
He has the unblinking fish eyes.
You guys are unnerving.
Oh, hello, little one.
How are we unnerving? We are, what is the word? We're greeting each other. Yes, yes.
But you don't blink. How can you not blink? So weird.
See, like each eye just like blinks separately.
Oh my god.
He does that.
Oh, you can blink after all.
He does that like weird like fish like vertical like glaze, and it kind of like slowly blinks both of them at you with a friendly smile.
Ooh.
Just that dumb look. Like there's not
Maybe-
thought going between his head.
Maybe you shouldn't blink. Maybe.
Well, no,
You have a
blinking
nice
is
smile
fine.
though.
Okay, I won't blink.
Oh my god.
Besides that, we haven't actually been formally introduced yet.
That's right. Hey guys, I'm Illumin. Nice to meet you all.
Like,
Well, I guess since we were all kind of like in prison for the same thing.
What did we even do?
Were we
Gosh, what's,
told
High
anything?
what's the
treason.
background on that?
So you guys
Apparently
have
high
been
what is the
treason.
crime?
accused of and tried for treason, then sentenced to
Oh.
banishment on the island.
This reminds me of an anime.
What is the charge?
What is an anime?
What is an anime?
I don't know either.
Ugh.
Anywho, I don't know if you've heard of me. You probably have not. But that is fine, as we are all here to learn.
No, I haven't.
Yes. Well, it's a pleasure making your acquaintance. I am, Kararek.
Hi, Ka. So, did you do it?
Did I do what?
The thing we were accused for.
Murder?
Hmm.
Me? Murder? Murder who?
Well, did we try to murder the king? Was that it?
Well, we are charged with treason, actually. So probably, maybe, I don't know. I haven't.
Well, I didn't do anything. They just
I
threw
haven't-
me in jail for nothing.
I haven't murdered anyone recently.
What's treason?
Recently. Huh.
Treason is the act of. How do I explain treason again?
Betraying.
Yes, betraying your kingdom or a kingdom of some kind.
I would never betray anyone. I just play silly pranks.
What
Okay.
kingdom?
Treason is the crime of betraying one's country, especially by attempting to kill or overthrow the sovereign or government.
Huh. Well, that's just silly.
He just has a blank face. He has no idea what you're talking about.
He like places his massive like talon on your head. Like to see if there's
Can I
any
sit on your
reaction.
shoulder? I'm tired of flying.
What are you again?
Pixie.
I mean, you're so. Who said that? He's like looking around, like slightly. Like,
Hey! I'm here! I said it! Can I sit on your shoulder, please? Fly directly in front of your face. Please,
Oh.
please, please, please!
Four.
Thank you!
You're so small. I don't think I even would notice if you did it without asking me.
Hey, that's rude. I can make you notice me. He, like, pinches feathers on his shoulders.
Just no reaction.
Well, she'll keep trying.
One feather is the size of your entire body.
Yeah.
No, we're not
Well,
gonna get anywhere.
at least I'll have a place to sleep.
So,
We're nice and cool.
Go ahead and give me perception checks, please, everyone.
Oh boy.
what I remember from what I've been told, this island is a death sentence.
I've heard it's a fate worse than death.
Well, yes, it's
The duality of man. 19 and then a 2.
I was told it was a vacation or something like that.
no.
That's how they get you.
That's how that. Exactly. How did I snap? I have never been able to snap my talons before, and I just did it. I think I cracked the code. Nice. Anyways, yes, it's a sentence worse than death. I am hoping we can find some nice treasure here. I mean, maybe.
Treasure?
Yeah.
I just want to make new friends.
Well,
There must be some wildlife here.
to make friends, you need money.
That's not how I make friends.
It's easier to make friends with money.
That's probably how we got here.
Probably. I don't know.
Probably framed for treason.
We have this. Do you not have an? Anyways, we should keep moving. No.
Yeah, I saw a pillow of smoke in a chimney on our way up here.
Oh, that belongs to me. You know, money won't do you any good.
Huh?
What when we're said that?
Side
Who was that?
How
You
do I get a
all
character sheet?
glance, and towards the base of the dock, which is not very far away at this point, there stands a relatively slender and short for a human man. He's got a gray beard and a messy set of gray hair. The cabin in the woods is mine, and like I said, money won't do you much good here.
I'm sorry, but who are you?
Oh, I've been here so long, I've forgotten my manners. Zaire, at your service.
That is spelled.
Zaire.
Could you repeat that?
Zaire.
There, like. I.
Is there any
why-
sand nearby?
I make it a point to greet all of the new arrivals to the island.
That is nice.
Does Blaze have a
So,
name?
how many new arrivals have there been?
Oh, they come and go. I've been here for upwards of 10 years. Been a lot.
What did you get placed on the island for?
Uh, I chose the wrong god to worship. The king didn't quite like it.
Oh, we are here for treason.
Hmm. Very similar.
Apparently we tried to kill the king.
Or been framed for it.
Most likely.
Could be anything.
I mean, I don't even know the king. I'm not even from here.
Have you seen much of this island?
I've seen quite a bit of it. I tend to stay up at my cabin these days, but I did my exploration early on.
Say,
Well,
little...
are there any places you could recommend?
Well, that depends entirely on what you'd like to do.
Survive.
Food.
That brings a question to my mind. Just seeing as you have survived here for 10 years, how long on average do people that you have seen in your time here survive?
Are you asking me how many people come back to visit me?
For example, or how many people you just see again and again and again and again?
If you make it past your first year, there's a good chance you'll survive. If you don't, well then, I think we know the answer to that question.
Oh, okay, so it's not like, oh, when nightfall hits, suddenly everyone dies.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well,
thought
what
it
do
was
we
like
have to be scared of then?
A lot of things, actually. Starvation, freezing to death.
I can make
drowning.
berries.
The cold doesn't bother me as much. I prefer it.
Right. I have thick feathers, so I'll be fine, but but still cold, heat stroke, if we really want to go that direction. Starvation, dehydration, sepsis. The common stuff. Infections of wounds. Being attacked by animals, being killed by old men standing by the dock.
Well, what would be the point of that?
Well,
We have nothing on us.
that, yes. As of yet. Say, not to make myself the de facto leader, but seeing as I am talking, it might make it easier to just continue the conversation. Zare, that was your name, yes?
Yes, it was.
Did you forget your own name there?
Above table, I'm looking at settings, but yeah.
Okay. I would like to form a business relationship with you as an individual, where we help you and you help us.
And what exactly would you help me with?
Whatever it is that you might need help with. I am strong. She is small. He is a fish, and this one can probably do
Tiny.
something. Yes, she is small,
If
and I am.
you're
Strong.
expecting me to send you out to, I don't know, find something for me, there's not quite anything I'm searching for.
Not necessarily. I was just hoping for a level of cooperativeness so that we can help survive, and we can survive, and we can help you survive more, until we, find a way off this island for good and continue on with our merry lives. Maybe find out why you were placed here. Well, you were placed here for worshipping the wrong god, but that should hardly be a crime.
Oh,
I'll
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you know anything about these weird rocks we saw?
You're talking about the stones off the shore?
Yeah. The one with the You said they had thingies on them, eyeball thingies.
Well, it looked like an eyeball, but obviously not a realistic eyeball.
Those
There was a
are-
circle.
Those are
My
the,
apologies.
for lack of a better term, enchantment that keep us on this island.
What?
Ah.
So we cannot leave?
You cannot leave.
That's not nice.
Not at all. As for you, I'm sorry, I didn't quite get your name.
I am Karkrak.
Sure. Back
What do
at
you
my
mean,
cabin,
sure? That is my name.
Back at my cabin, I have a little bit of food that'll soothe any hunger you have currently, and you're welcome to stay there for a little while until you get your bearings, for lack of a better term.
That's very kind of you. Are you always this kind to strangers?
I am.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
7. Beat that.
Difficult to read.
Oh, well, this is a lovely old man. I always loved the older generation. How old are you, by the way?
You're asking him?
Yeah.
Oh, at this point I'm 67? Give
Oh.
or take.
So you're still fairly young, then.
Not for a human, I'm afraid.
Oh, but you look sporty enough. You'll live for much longer. I mean, I'm only 44.
How did you survive all these years?
I can only assume by the grace of my god, but realistically, the game in these woods that I live in is not lacking, although some of it's more dangerous than others.
Have you made any friends here?
I've made a few, mostly by not hunting the wrong game. But yes, there is a lovely gentleman, not terribly far into that forest. Let me check my notes because it's been a year since I've ran this game.
In a while.
Yeah, where is he?
Is he as old as you?
Oh, Dios is older than I am, I'm sure.
Dios, like
Oh.
D-I-O-S.
That is perfect, yeah. OZ.
No, OZ, my bad.
OZ.
Yes, I said OZ, my bad.
So many old men.
I mean, how old are you, little pixie girl?
Me? I'm only 121.
Exactly, you're an old lady then.
No way!
Yep.
But
Very
with
old.
age comes wisdom.
That's what they all say. You haven't seen my father. My father is not wise.
This is a flash warning. This is gonna be very bright.
I'm
Get
still
ready.
young. I don't know
3,
what you
2,
mean. That's
1.
being rude.
He, like, pushes your head, like, buries you into his feathers.
Hey, what are you doing?
The fuck? Okay, cool. This just doesn't work.
Right. So you want us to meet this Dios person?
Fucking hell.
Why?
Oh, I don't necessarily want you to. It's entirely up to you.
Why are you being so mysterious about it? What does he do?
He leads a nomadic tribe, if you must know.
I mean, that is fair. What do you do other than sit in solitude?
Nothing. Honestly, I watch out for the new arrivals. Try to help them, because if I don't, there are others on this island that will take advantage of them.
Right.
Advantage? What do you mean?
There are
Take their food.
some on this island
Whatever
that
they
are
mean.
less than savory.
There always are, Lou. less than savory kind, yes. But
I'm
We could all-
tired.
You see,
Can we go and sleep
Fish guy.
somewhere?
still counting his hands, trying to figure out how old he would be, and restarting over.
right.
Or I'll
How
just
many?
sleep in between your feathers.
I mean, his coat is thick. It's like his feather coat is thick, so it's like it's easy for you to get lost in it.
Like 2 C's tagged thick.
4. See.
Thick!
Yeah, oh, it's thick. See,
Okay.
Zare.
There.
There.
Seeing as you've been so kind to us, why don't we escort you home?
Let's.
And by escort, I mean he like holds out his massive hand.
I know the way, but you're welcome to come with me.
I was going to save you the trouble of walking. Might be nice on the old legs.
Make a persuasion check.
Eight.
8, you said?
8. I have a -1 to persuasion.
I need the exercise.
Oh, very well. Like you see, like as he was like staring at the old man, like his wings just like started unfurling to this like just massive shadow, and they slowly come back. Right, but are we going to be standing here in silence? The pixie is asleep. The catfish is still counting his fingers.
How can I sleep when you're talking this much?
I mean, it is not my fault that you laid to rest right next to my throat.
Point taken.
Then let us walk and talk.
Wait, we're walking into the forest?
No, into the cabin.
Yeah, we're going to follow their home to make sure that and maybe he can tell us a little bit about the island that he hasn't already told us, if that should prove prudent. If not, you know, as the youngins say now these days, it is what it is.
All right. You guys start walking. He leads the way.
You guys don't stop. The catfish is still counting. He doesn't notice you guys leave.
Kaz is just gonna pick him up.
Or roll a strength check. I guess he's built like he's heavy.
So
So I don't.
I'm a
know.
large creature, so my pulling, carrying, and pushing strength is like
Double.
already doubled on top of the normal one, and I have the powerful build feature on
So
top of that
it's
again. So it's even bigger.
He's still a hefty guy, but yeah, you do. It's just
Like I don't actually know what my carrying capacity
he's
is.
a fat fish.
My push dragon lift capacity is not correct. I gotta look at the calculator. I gotta look at the carrying calculator for D&D.
Is there a way to transport D&D Beyond onto this? Because I've been doing it.
Beyond
you can just-
20.
Use beyond 20. So huge is 4 times.
Yeah.
Let's see. So for my strength,
I'm.
use that.
I don't want to use roll 20 anymore. How do I
Oh.
activate a page?
Right. So, seeing as my carrying capacity is 10-20 pounds, so I think I can carry you.
20 pounds or 200? Reason.
10-20.
So 1,020 pounds.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you'd be able to. Yeah, that.
Because my carrying capacity is that of a huge creature. Because it just kind of is.
Do you guys
Well,
see the
good for you.
Do you guys see the cabin in the woods, or are you still on the island map?
We're still on the
On the
island.
island.
How do I activate
You
the
gotta move.
scene?
You gotta move the player. There's a banner thing that says player. You gotta click that and move it to the
Oh,
new
that's
scene.
so weird.
Oh,
All right.
There's
After
a cabin. in the
maybe
woods.
3 or so minutes of walking, this is the scene that lays in front of you. Well,
That's a cute little cabin.
thank you. I built it myself.
Oh, you must be very skilled then.
When you have 10 years to figure out how to build a building, you can. Like I said, I have just a little bit of stew at this point, and probably not enough room for all of you, but you're welcome to stay.
I take up almost no space.
Yes, you do, little one, but some of your friends are quite large.
I have actually been on a bit of a diet, so I think I've lost some weight.
I think he means height.
Oh yeah, I'm quite big boned. I am also huge in terms of my stature. I am like 12 feet tall or something like that. I won't need to enter. I think I can stand out here.
Yumiko and Vincent, do you guys enter the cabin?
Yeah.
Yeah, Yumiko flies out from underneath the feather coat. And I want to go inside. I want to see what else.
Alright.
Just so
Uh,
people know, his name is Veal. However. Velar. However you want us to pronounce it.
Feel.
You are
That's a-
very quiet, Budgie. But
Character name.
yeah, you guys enter the cabin. Inside, it's cozy and quaint, but there are odd decorations around. You notice he does have a stew brewing in a cauldron just above the fireplace. On the mantle, you notice an intricate tome and a skull sitting not far from it. He takes off his black cloak and hangs it on one of the hooks inside, just revealing an unassuming set of clothes underneath.
Oh, Gidon flies up to the tome and says, "Oh, what's this all about?"
That is my book.
Your book? Did you write it yourself?
I did not. It is a book of spells.
I
What
thought.
kind of spells?
Useful ones.
Did you write this from memory then?
No, my gods provided them for me.
That would make sense. All of our equipment was removed from us when we were boarded.
Yes, I found the leather to make this myself. Parchment was not as difficult to come by as you might expect. But the writing inside, none of that is mine.
Oh. Gidon flies into the skull and says, "Look, I can fit in here." It's kind of dusty down here.
Yes. Like I said, I don't do a whole lot more than this. My humble abode, for sure.
I fly towards the stew and try and take a smell. So what are you cooking?
It is venison and different plants from Queisel down the road. I say road like it's not a 2-day walk.
Two-day walk to find edible plants?
2-day walk to get to Queisel's garden.
Quaisel's garden. What's Quaisel's garden?
Queisel is a turtle, makes potions, and grows quite a lot of different kinds of plants. Potions, poisons, edibles.
Poisons?
Mhm.
So he's a friend of yours? Is that the other old guy you were talking about?
No, no, no. Queisel is actually quite young. But friend, maybe. Acquaintance, more accurate.
So we survive on islands and nothing to do other than that.
Well, a lot of people in your shoes generally try to find a way to break the curse.
There's a curse.
There is a curse.
Well, because we can't leave the
Yeah.
island.
Magic keeps us stuck here.
Has
Oh.
anyone succeeded?
Well, since we still can't leave the island, no.
That's obvious.
But you don't know if they can just break through the barrier by their own.
But I can only assume those who have tried have met with a grisly fate. I can only assume.
Anyone make weapons?
Does anyone make weapons, or have they made weapons?
Yes.
Well, I can only assume certain people have attempted to fashion weapons of their own. There is a man down south, that is more versed in the arcane. Although he's a little, short of a full match set. So, you may not
He
want
has
to go...
matches for sale.
Something like that. Something tells me you and he would get along quite nicely.
New friend.
Say, Bosh.
Mm-hmm.
Just like while Ka's outside, while they're having their conversation inside, can he just like look at the tree, like what the trees around this area?
Mm-hmm.
How large are they?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Ah, yes.
This is for a little more than just the trees.
I think you know what I want to do.
I think you're about to attempt to climb a tree.
No, I don't need to climb a tree.
Either that or pick it up and throw
He
it like
is
a
the
javelin.
He is the tree.
They're quite large. They're not redwood status, but
Mhm.
I mean, imagine an older oak tree, kind of that sort of size. You've got
So it's
some
like-
that are a little thinner and taller. You've got others that are a little wider and thicker or shorter.
Are there any trees that have any like large enough branches that he could snap it off and use it as a club?
There are a few that could fit that bill.
What about a large club? Like a great club? Would that be an entire tree, or how would that work?
I would say that a tree would be too big, and some of these branches would be too small. So you could
Well,
get
there's
a
no, like-
club out of it, but maybe not a
There's-
great club. You
there's
do
none
notice,
of those, like-
you do notice propped up on the side of his house an axe, like a woodcutter's axe.
But it's probably like just the tiny like little hatchet in his hands.
For you, it would be small, but for one of your friends, maybe it could be worthwhile.
And there's no like oak trees that like, you know how like that split in the middle that he could just like grab and rip off.
Unfortunately, it doesn't appear so.
Ah. Might as well. He's gonna look for a branch that doesn't have a bird's nest on it, and he's gonna just try and snap it off.
All right.
Just lean his weight until it just breaks.
Go ahead and
And
give me a
he's gonna
strength
use it
check
as a
just to
club.
determine how long it'll take.
Strength or athletics?
Strength.
Check.
Yeah. 9. It takes you a little longer than you'd like to admit, but you do manage to snap it off, and now you do have a makeshift club. And if you'd like to go ahead and pocket the axe, the woodcutter's axe, could come in handy later.
I mean, where would I even store this? Yeah, he picks it up and like puts it in his pocket. Just like an axe head sticking out of his pocket.
All right. The rest of you inside? What are you doing?
I mean, I
What is
assume we
this
hear this
clicking?
whole the whole tree breaking everything, or branch
What does
breaking.
his kitchen look like?
This is more of a one-room cabin. So he does have a small little table, and he's got his stew cooking in a kettle over the fire. But aside from that, there's really not much definition to anything else. It's just kind of one space.
Okay.
And no, you wouldn't hear the tree branch breaking.
I guess we eat then.
If you'd like, you may.
He's
Thank you.
peeking.
I'm sorry, what did you say? You're not actually saying words at this point?
He's role playing this character really well.
Velar just has a stroke.
Well, you and Vincent both.
Oh, sorry, I said thank you.
I thought you were asking if you could eat. I was like, yeah, I mean, if you want.
Did I get any weird smells from being near the stew or not?
No, I mean, in looking inside, it looks like a bit of deer meat, potatoes mixed with a few carrots and just a little bit. It looks like an actually good and edible stew.
Well, I'm vegetarian, so thank you very much, or vegan, or plant eater. So I'll stick with my berries, or the rations once I get them.
Don't all speak at once.
Knock, knock, knock on the little door.
You can go ahead and open it.
He like sticks his beak in. It's like, is everything okay in there? You don't see his eyes, you just see the beak.
Do you want some venison stew?
Ooh, that sounds nice. I can't really get inside, but you know.
Well, I can't bring it to you. I can only bring you like a little piece that you won't even be able to taste, so.
He just kind of opens his like beak. It's kind of interesting because like on the edges of his beak, there's like these slight like serrations, almost like his kind of Arcalcor is more carnivorous in their like lean, And it
Yeah,
looks like they
someone
used
else
stick-
has to feed you. I'm not feeding you.
I'll do it.
You don't need to give me much, just enough to get a taste.
I'm sorry, what?
He closes his beak. You don't need to give me much, just enough to give me a taste.
Yeah, you could probably take a whole bowl full and be fine.
Oh yeah. Ah.
Alright. He takes the bowl and he just kind of like slowly just starts to tip it into Ka's mouth or beakish mouth.
When you say you could eat a bowl full, you look over and you see Velar just grab a bowl and it has that grouper type of mouth and just eats the entire bowl
Yup.
and then kind of like grabs the bowl out and it's perfectly clean.
Okay.
And slimy.
Yeah, it's a little slime.
Oh no. Oh no, there's two of them.
Would
There's
use some
two of them.
spice.
What does the venison stew taste like, Bosch? Describe the nuances of the flavor.
It's a
It'll be
little
cute.
salty, but aside from that, it seems well cooked. There are tastes of different spices and herbs, some of which you don't actually recognize, that give it a more earthy kind of flavor and note. But yeah, I mean, the salt on the venison was a little overpowering, all things considered.
Question. Does it actually taste like venison?
It does.
Oh, it does taste like venison.
It does.
Okay, so it's not like I'm eating human meat or anything.
No.
At least not from
Well-
what I can tell.
I'm gonna check outside if I can find something else to eat.
Be my guest. There should be a berry bush not terribly far away. I'm fairly certain they're not poisonous. I've never actually tried them myself.
Can you point me into the direction?
Eastwards, and he will point. This was kind of back towards the way you came from, but a little north.
Okay, thank you.
Is cob? Sorry. Sure.
And yeah, I exit the cabin and float into that direction looking for a berry bush.
Just general question. Is Kaz head big enough to fit through the door?
You're 12 foot tall, right?
Yeah.
How big would that head be? How big's that head?
I don't know. Feet
One
is not a
seventh.
feet is not a measurement that I use. Okay. I've never seen a humanoid shape that is 12 feet tall before.
12 feet is like 4 meters, give or take.
So it's not quite half a meter.
So it's like if he like got down on his stomach, he could probably like scoot in through the door.
You could probably get in. It would be a tight squeeze,
It's
and you would have to
squeeze, yeah.
hunch, but you could probably.
His wings
get
would.
in.
I think his wings would actually get in the way.
Yeah.
Because his wings are described to be quite fucking large in the actual like creature description.
Yeah.
They make up like a lot of his weight or a lot of his
What?
mass.
What time of day is it?
At this point, you guys are cresting somewhere around 2 p.m.
1738.
So, I assume, based off the sounds of the conversation earlier, you're wanting to find a way off the island, possibly to extract your revenge.
More or less just to get back to some normalcy. I don't care much for revenge.
I have to get back to my dig site.
Well, I'm not very familiar with the curse of the island, beyond the fact that there is one. But most of the leaders should be familiar with it.
Leaders.
So, if you'd like to speak with them, you may.
Who owns land?
Nobody technically owns land, but a few people have claimed their own sort of territory.
Right.
You kind of look over to the. You said you were human or humanoid-ish compared to the rest of us.
I'm talking to you, Vincent.
Oh,
You did.
yeah, I'm about to sound. I'm human-ish, yes.
Yeah.
Humany.
I'm half
Yes,
human.
So I don't know. Do we need to know that?
Hmm?
Territory is good to know. Do you know?
Mm.
And he'll kind of like gesture to both this weird person and Vincent. That's his. Is that your player's name?
No,
Your character's name?
Stefan is the character's name. You all just keep calling me Vincent.
Yep.
That's your Discord name. It's the easiest for me to remember.
Well, Discord name's actually Helios. It's just
Yeah.
I always add my character's name
Yeah.
to my server name.
I mean, that's what I'm looking at. That's the thing. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's the
Stefan.
main campaign, so yeah, I know it's gonna get confusing. What is this about territory? We don't have much.
The different, I guess you would call them factions, although it seems almost laughable, have their own
That is a very stupid name.
areas that they tend to stick to. There are a few of us individuals here, but it seems like most people are part of a faction, one faction or another.
Have you seen people of my kind here?
I have. That would be more towards Diaz and his crew.
Like, of my stature as well, or is it like more normal sized Arakakra type of deal?
They're more on the smaller side, but that
Oh.
group.
Okay. Ironically enough, I haven't met many Arakakras in my time.
There are a
Weirdly
few
enough.
here that I've met, but not many.
Yeah. I mean, not many fly at the same altitude as my people do. It's weird. We're larger than them, but we fly higher. It's weird. You would think that we would need more oxygen, so going higher would be a bad idea. I don't know why we build our societies up there.
Villar will kind of like wander out of the house, kind of like wander through the forest, and probably catch up with Lucio or Yumiko. Whichever your name is.
Illuminate. In this case. Illumin.
Illumin.
Illumini.
I look back at Kosh. Should we be worried about that? About him?
Kind of like gets back up on his legs after having like been laying on his stomach, just having his head in the door. Leans down to you. Why? I mean, he seems forthright to me at least.
I mean, one, we have nothing on us,
Yes,
so to speak.
yes.
So, it's fairly dangerous just to go willy-nilly anywhere without a group, or at least the full group together.
Yes. That is true.
What I'm
also-
saying here is I think we should probably be going after him.
going after, the catfish?
Yeah, just make sure he stays safe. He's as nice as he is. He's also.
He might eat the pixie. We should probably pay attention.
I don't think you would do that.
I have a feeling he might swallow her whole.
Unknowingly, maybe by accident, but never on purpose. From what I've gathered.
You've known him for less than 24 hours.
I'm a decent judge of character.
You have no idea whether or not I am here to kill everyone on the island.
That is true.
You don't
But
know if
you
I
could
have
have had a
anger issues.
very good chance on the ship, or as soon as we got off, and yet he kind of like gestures of, yet here we are. You haven't. So I either assume that you are not as bad as you say you are, or you're just biding your time.
Oh, I'm not evil. All I want is to dig around, find hidden treasure, explore buried tombs, grave rob a little bit here and there.
I turn back to Zer. Thank you for your hospitality, but I think we better be getting off. And he goes to leave.
Good luck out there. Stop back by if you ever need
Excellent.
anything.
We,
Oh, we will.
we hope-
Also, quick question before we leave. Who did you say your god was again?
I didn't.
Would you care to share?
Make a persuasion check.
11.
Oh, I'm sure you would just judge me for it.
Oh, I could not care less about gods. I'm just curious.
Stay alive for a week, then I'll tell you.
Okay, that should be easy enough.
as
Did
he's
I
walking
climb the
past,
berry
he's-
bush yet?
Yes, you would have been there for a little while. I just hadn't gotten to you quite yet.
Oh,
so
okay.
he walks past Yukon. He's like, we can only hope. And
I-
proceeds to go off in the direction of the others.
All right, Lumini. You get to this bush, and the warning was a nice touch. Probably not poisonous, but no guarantees. I will give you, yeah, I'll give you your choice of nature or survival to determine whether or not these berries are good to eat.
Um,
Unless you have something else you'd like to do instead.
survival.
Survival.
Wow.
9. You examine this bush, these berries, and they look fine. They're a kind of a dark purple. And
Usually,
when you pick one, it feels soft to the touch, and a little wet, almost like it had still a bit of morning dew on it. But at this point, it's difficult to tell whether or not it's poisonous or edible.
still take a bite.
You bite into this, and it seems juicy on the inside. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. Whoops.
Whoop-de-doo.
Constitution. This is not a saving throw.
Oof.
All right. nothing seems to happen. Villar, you round a corner to the pixie, having just bitten into a berry. And for you, it's very small. But to her, it could almost be mistaken for an apple.
He'll kind of walk on up. Hello. Did you find it?
Yeah, I found it. It's juicy.
Ooh.
You
Yeah,
wanna have
kinda
a
like-
try?
Velar is proficient in cooking. Would he know anything what these are?
You can give me a. I would give you an investigation check if you'd like.
Yippee! My minus. I don't know why it rolled those. I'm gonna guess that's a 4.
Yeah, we're not lucky on these berries.
This seems to be a kind of berry that you've never seen before. You figure it must be native to the island.
The temptation of just like eating the fairy and the bush all in one. He'll kind of like pick one and throw it in his mouth, taste it,
It's
figure out
juicy,
if
right?
there's anything to.
Say
Maybe.
again, Budging?
He's gonna eat it. He's gonna
Okay.
eat a berry. Taste it, see if there's anything he can tell by tasting.
It's sweet, but aside from that, I mean, nothing really notable.
Just kind of gives you a thumbs up.
I will finish that berry.
All right. At about this time, the other two join you.
Oh, you found the berry bush. Nice.
Yes.
See, he didn't eat the pixie.
Almost looks like he has like smattering of like red, like
Like purpley,
Almost like-
like blood.
I guess.
splattered.
Yeah, and his hands are covered in it because he's been eating the berries.
Yeah, like a kid who got into like the
Yeah.
the
So-
the jam jar.
So the first thing you do see is him like that. So apparently he may have eaten the pixie, but you do see the pixie.
Carl's gonna lower his gaze and like stare at the bush. Does he recognize the bush?
Go ahead and give me a nature or survival check.
I'd rather do survival, I'll be honest.
I tried that.
Natural one.
Didn't go well.
Oh. Oh.
You do not recognize these berries.
Oh, are these
Gosh.
blueberries?
Would have been funnier if he misrecognized them.
That's like
These look
poisonous
like-
berries.
These look like blueberries. He's gonna take.
Blueberries.
He's gonna like take entire section of the bush and just like shove it into his mouth.
Oh my god.
And just like
Hey,
pull out the stem.
don't eat
No.
all of the berries.
I didn't take all of them, just a few.
Just like
Look what
half the
fun.
bush, but it's like a grapevine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
hmm
Do we even know what kind of berries these are?
Nope. They look like blueberries.
And we're just eating them?
They should
Mhm.
be.
Look like
They're
blueberries.
juicy and sweet.
Oh boy.
How many? Okay. So TRH, yes.
22.
Villar, how many berries did you eat?
22.
I'm gonna take that as enough.
Oh,
Stefan,
dear
are you
God.
eating any berries at all?
No.
Alright. So I need Budgie and TRH to both make me Constitution saving throws, please.
That'd be a 15.
Okay.
Why are
Yes,
you
yeah.
rolling with advantage or
I
disadvantage?
don't know.
It's got to
I
be in
think
one of
it's
your
just-
settings for your.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
in
think
Yeah.
it always roll advantage.
Just making sure that I don't have anything to like,
I mean, I'll just take the first roll.
Mm-hmm.
That's still a 15 though.
Yeah.
10. I'm not rolling good today.
Right.
Yeah, and look at my 4.
I rolled 2 natural ones today alone.
Hello.
So when you all first take a bite, it's a kind of a sweet mixture between blackberry with like a hint of citrus, but it's more sweet than it is sour.
That's how it gets you.
Sweet is good.
It also kind of relaxes you just a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Dreads.
It almost seems comforting, in a sense. But after a little bit, or too many, you all start feeling kind of sleepy. Illumin is the first one to feel these effects and winds up
I'm getting drowsy.
curling up on somebody's shoulder. For the sake of this, we'll say Stefan's. And shortly after, Ka is also beginning to yawn and feel.
Like he just falls over like a tree.
He doesn't fall over. He's still
Dude.
momentarily. He's still up and walking, but
He too lays down on Stefan.
No. Oh god. Like both in character and in real life. Oh god, no.
Valar, you managed to shrug off these effects.
He's just kind of looking at, like, suckling his own hand. You get tired?
Did you do it? I'm not.
Should have made
got-
my own berries.
I got a big bird. Like, he's not moving his hands, but if he could, he would be gesturing at Ka, like, I've got a big bird on me.
I like the idea. It's just like, he looks
Help.
like one of the, like, it's like that kid that'll stare at you while you're sleeping or something, and he's just like, not really, just kind of staring at you and just looking down at you as he's just like crushing you.
Oh. Oh.
I can imagine that Ka's head is kind of heavy, not gonna lie.
So for flavor reasons, like this doesn't add anything to like my character normally. But Ka and the other one, Illumine. You would kind of feel a bit more colder when you're on Stefan or Stefan. Stefan. I can't ever pronounce my own name right.
Ah, cold pillow.
Yeah, like a cold pillow.
So cool.
Like, Ka's kind of just like mumbling in his sleep in a language that you probably don't understand. Unless you speak, Arakakra.
Nope.
Nope.
Laura kind of look around.
A little help here, please.
Do we take nap here? This?
No, please, please
Gonna
help
sit
me.
down in front of it, like.
Please help me. Help. Like,
Valar is adorable.
I love it too. So it's like, as it goes along, it's like, please help. His cool, like, standoffish demeanor starts to, like, break away. Like, help me, please. As he's like, I don't know how heavy, like, this would be, for how you would compare this, but I'm just imagining, like, Ka's, like, really heavy.
Always 500 pounds.
That would almost be, like, suffocating levels of heavy.
Yeah, he's very
I mean,
heavy.
it's uncomfortable for you, but it's just like kind of humorous to like Valar. Who's like,
Please.
okay, he'll
Please.
kind of get up and kind of just shove him and kind of roll him off you.
All right,
Make the strength check. No.
Valar, go ahead and give me a perception check.
All right.
I assume I'm too distracted with the bird.
Yeah.
Dang.
That'd be a 20.
Ooh.
20.
And a
Even
natural 20.
passively?
Damn.
Nothing good.
And what's your passive perception?
14.
No.
No? Okay. I just thought I'd ask. Like, I know I'm too distracted, but I'm like, to make the roll, but I'm like, maybe passively it could be nice.
Valar, you notice. Seems like some of the leaves are shifting more than others, but you don't see anything.
We'll be kind of like blankly stare at the space. Still suckling his hand.
Like, I both love and I'm like, oh god, no. And like, yes. Character-wise, oh my god, no. But player-wise, I'm like, I love this character so much.
Valar is adorable.
Yes. It's
Channel.
great.
Channeling my inner King Shark.
King Shark is a shark.
You are a catfish.
Yeah. But just
So we're
his
being
personality.
catfish is what you're saying.
You're like a video of a catfish being fed, like in a tank. And it's like he just immediately grabs the food and he's just like, good catfish, good catfish.
Oh, it's great.
How do you feel about this party, Bosch?
It's interesting. You guys
Interesting.
haven't deviated from any of my other groups yet, as far as where you are on the map.
Don't you love it?
Yeah, it's great.
I mean, we have a Valar.
Yeah,
You
that's
do.
true.
He'll,
I know this is gonna, for him, it's gonna be like, nope, I'm not gonna get anything from him, but like, so, Valar, do you see anything? I was too distracted
sh-
with...
kind of
Ka.
shrugs and continues to look at the space. If you want to wake up our friends, or but yeah, he's just kind of staring at it, kind of just confused.
Do I look at the space? Do I see anything?
Not at this point, no.
Not at this point. I gotta wake up the other two, or at least try to.
You shake them. I need Constitution saving throws from the both of you that are asleep currently.
Can we give like Ka advantage if I just like start like smacking on him, like, hey buddy, wake up.
Yeah,
You got-
if you smack him, he'll have advantage.
All right, I gotta give him like, hey, wake up.
Just
Like-
fucking punches him, like decks him.
I don't think it would really do much. You really can't do that with the pixie though. Like that would kind of be like as the levels of getting into a car wreck.
Yeah.
I rolled 22 on my second roll.
Yeah,
so-
it's enough to wake him up.
Hey!
How do I do a saving throw?
It should
Uh,
be above your proficiencies. things. So you've got your skills, and then it'll be just above that.
In the
Your,
character sheet, it's above your senses. If you're on the website.
Saving throws. Now I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Constitution.
10. Illumined remains asleep currently. But
Well, we've got the bird awake.
the
That's,
bird is
that's-
awake at this point.
so that's like a bit like that's one problem that's been mitigated. We can just carry the pixie at this point.
I'll be honest, if the pixie doesn't wake up, Velar may eat them. Like, he'll give it a few days, but if they don't wake up...
Can I take a look at what these berries are? I mean, everyone else already made the
If you would like to go and
college
give me
try.
a nature survival check, you may.
13.
13.
I think that's better than everybody else.
These
Barely.
Barely.
I mean
These
that. I'm
berries are
sorry.
called velvet shade berries. They aren't the most common, but that's part of what makes them so expensive. The other part is their effect of essentially a narcotic. Consumption
Oh,
of,
it's-
consumption of a small amount of these berries calms the nerves and almost has a soothing effect. Too many, and that effect begins to take over, putting people to sleep.
Or in the case of the pixie, just straight to sleep.
The size difference does make the size does make a difference.
Yep.
Yeah. Chunky boy. Over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
He kind of like takes a berry in his hand and then just lets it drop it to the ground. As soon as you guys these are more of a calming berry. The amount you guys ate puts you to sleep. Don't know why it didn't affect our fish friend over here, but that's a problem for another day.
Velar seen, like, tree leaves moving, or was it the bush?
Tree leaves.
How close do you think, or is it just like something's picking up on the wind?
The movement was about 20 feet away from you currently, but what exactly it was, you're unsure.
So it only affected the leaves, like, in a space, and not any others? Or, like, is it a centralized thing, or is it all the leaves?
You can't. With a 20, it seemed more centralized.
You'll kind of walk over to the rest of the group. So do we keep moving, or...
Mhm.
Do you see something?
I don't know, something moved.
Something moved?
He
What
didn't
do
see
you
the
mean
wood.
something moved? He says as he rips the entire bush out of the ground.
He kind of points in a direction that he's seen the movement.
How
Uh,
deep
well-
is the is there like is it like super deep like foliage?
It's not like dense, you know, like you can see a little ways into the distance. But it's there does seem to be a good bit of natural like shade coming from these trees. So it's a fairly populated forest. It's
Okay,
not
so
it's not so dense
it's-
to where you can only see 5 feet in front of you, but it's not.
okay, so it's not movement impeding dent. Okay.
No, it's not movement impeded.
At least not for you.
Right. All right. So I guess where did you say you saw this movement?
He kind of points again to the tree area.
A little north of where you guys are currently.
Well, I guess that's a place to start, and he will He will start to lead.
All right. You begin walking north.
Were we told any direction for where these other people that the person said?
You never asked.
Okay.
Like they said in the forest. That's like, oh,
For-
okay.
I do believe a friend of his was in the forest.
You just kind of see Velar just kind of wander. He's just following, going that direction of north, I guess.
All right. Stefan, go ahead and give me a survival check to lead this party.
All right. Ooh, dirty 20.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
You start
Right.
wandering, and
I-
you're keeping an eye out. After the better part of a couple of hours, you eventually start hearing waves crash up against the beach. A few more steps, and you can see the ocean through some of these trees. Not very far away.
You said it was coming from this way, Valar. Valar.
Hey,
You said the source of the movement was coming from this way or this direction around here.
he kind of shrugs, but you see the movement.
Do I see anything on the beach or anything?
On the beach itself, no. A little ways off the coast, you see an island. And on this island in particular, there seems to be a wooden. A structure of sorts. It seems like someone has made a spike fence out of wood, and a little further beyond that, a large tower structure.
So is it like a house or a living area of some kind?
Not a house. It's the tower itself.
fort.
Is about 4 stories tall. And seems mostly open air. At this point, from what you can tell, except the highest story, which has an enclosed space.
I wonder who lives. Who built this? As he just kind of looks at it.
Does it look lived in or is it run down?
It looks like it's been upkept a little, but it doesn't necessarily look as though it's lived in.
Do we go that way? You know, kind of point over.
I mean, there's no harm of checking it out.
You kind of see Velar start like poking the fairy's face to try and wake them up.
Illumine, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw at advantage.
Poke, 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 poke. You got this.
You got a friend in
Damn.
me.
Ooh!
The duality.
Yeah, right. The duality of D&D.
The duality of Illumini.
You come to a slightly wet, slightly slimy,
If you ever touched a fish, you know
fin
what it
kind
feels
of
like.
nudging you.
What's
You also
this?
see a massive eye
Look.
with a massive
Whoa!
fish eye.
She like jumps off and away. I was really shocked for a moment.
Well,
What? What? I had such a nice nap and then. Oh,
at least
We
you're
found
awake
something.
now.
how long was I sleeping for?
Well, it was a good couple of hours. The size that you are and the one berry that you ate put you to sleep.
Huh.
Imagine falling asleep to one berry. Couldn't be me.
And this is why we never eat berries we don't know what they are.
I thought
But it was
they
so
were blueberries. Okay,
tasty.
I might be colorblind.
So
Just
we know
maybe.
where we are on the map. We're up the northeast side.
You guys would be approaching this island. So, how exactly do you plan to get across the ocean? Because while it looks
fly.
small on the map, there is
Ever
a
s-
relatively large distance separating this island from the tower.
You ever see that gif of it's honest work and he just walks into the river?
Give me a big buzz and free my soul. I wanna get lost
Tossed
in
in
your
the
love.
Yeah,
freaking
that's
hole.
kind of what Velar kind of does. He just like walks into the ocean.
I
Plus, when
believe I can fly.
Yeah, Ka's just gonna pick up Stefan just before he even asks and just like take off
Okay. Well, that's
Alright.
tall.
with his 60-foot fly speed.
I need the three of you to go ahead and give me athletics checks, please.
And I
Just
do
so
with
you-
advantage because I'm cool.
No,
Just so
Okay.
you know, I can breathe underwater.
I'm aware.
I would,
But-
I would
Okay.
assume.
This is a large distance, even for the flyers and swimmers to
Whew.
cover at once.
Oh,
10.
Okay.
I mean,
no, that's
couldn't
sad.
Lumini just be on my back
She could,
technically?
but you flew
Okay.
off without her first.
Well, yeah, because she said she flew off on her own. So, you know.
Yeah.
So. All right.
She got called old, so she has to prove herself.
Lumen, you all managed to make it across, but you take a point of exhaustion as the flight across is just ever so slightly too much for you. You're not quite used to flying this distance on your little wings.
This was too much for me. Can I rest on your shoulder again, please?
What are you asking?
Car.
Can Ka even hear you over like the wind?
You guys have
I would
landed
assume
at
we've
this
already
point.
landed.
Yeah.
Oh. I'll like be next to your ear and ask, can I stay here, please?
Oh, I mean, you don't weigh anything, so I don't see why not.
And she sits down on his shoulder and just takes a rest, stretches her wings and relaxes them.
All right.
Velar kind of he comes out like Moto Moto. And he's got the he's also got a like a lobster and like a starfish and like some seaweed on him and just like a few clams or something in his hands. New friends.
Honestly, I mean, that does work. I'm not even going to question it.
It's better we don't.
It also
Yeah.
took him a few minutes longer than you guys.
At this point, you guys hear a relatively loud cheer coming from inside of whatever this fence is.
What? The- So someone's here. Someone lives here or is here before us. So is there like a door leading in?
There is a gate, yes. You guys have to walk just around just a little bit, but you do manage to find the gate.
Maybe they'll be our new friend.
Hey, Stefan, how did you enjoy the flight?
Yeah, it's not the worst. Better than the ship ride in.
I mean, definitely. I mean, I am a lot softer than the ship, I think.
Well, that and the ship brought us here. Don't really like the ship.
Yeah, true. True, that is true.
Well, one of the very few times you'll actually hear him like a dry laugh, kind of kind of like sarcastic laugh. Hello? Is anyone there?
No response?
Hiller's gonna walk up and just try the door or gate.
It's heavy, but you pretty quickly manage to open it up.
He'll peer in before walking in.
You look inside, and there is a relatively large crowd. It's got to be at least 50 people. Different shapes, sizes. Some of them have pretty good-looking armor. Others have what seems to be more makeshift style. All kind of amassed at one point towards the center of this island. You look up towards the tower, and leaning over one of the, or a few of the edges, you see a good number more people standing. On this sub-island alone, there are probably close to 300 or so people that you can see currently.
Is
We
there
have-
like any actual guards at the door, or is it just like open? Like no
No
one's
one
really
guarding.
paying attention.
No one's really paying attention.
He's just gonna walk through the door. So
Mhm.
he's just gonna walk on in
Oh my god.
and kind of join the crowd.
Is the door big enough for
Yeah.
Ka?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Um,
You're not just gonna exclude me from the content.
no.
How did they not see the big 12-foot bird though?
It's less that they don't see you, or that no one notices, and more that they don't really
They just-
care. You
You
guys,
don't question it.
yeah, if you guys walk in, so Budgie, you would see at this point, this, what everyone seems to be looking down into is a fighting pit of sorts. Currently, you have on one end a human standing, seeming to be facing off against a relatively tall elven person. They, at this point, seem to be casting spells back and forth at each other. But that's all boring to you.
To kind of look around, is what does the inside of the fort look like?
There
Something
are
it's like a fort.
there are a lot of makeshift houses, so to speak. And then the main focus seems to be this tower, where everyone seems to be watching this fight. obviously there's no quite telling what's going on up at the very, very top, but the majority of the people here seem to be invested in the outcome of whatever's going on inside of the pit.
You kind of find somebody random. What's the occasion again?
Oh, there's no occasion. It's just another fight. We've got a bet on this one, so a lot of people care about who wins.
How does one partake in these fights out of pure curiosity and honesty?
Well, you
Kinda
gotta
apparates next to.
you find someone that you want to challenge, and then you challenge them, and if they accept, then you go on the waiting list. There's a lot of fights. It's a lot of fighting here. You go on the waiting list to be a part of it.
Would I fight you?
You could, but he kind of he looks down and up at you, and you look at him. He's got a good set of armor on him, plus a number of weapons. Some strapped to his back, others strapped more to his arms and legs. You could, but I don't think it'd be much of a fair
Fists
fight.
only, of course.
Say
He
again?
says, kind of holding.
Fists only, of course.
His ass holding up his massive talons.
Even then, I don't think you'd be much of a match.
Where
Maybe,
to get
maybe.
weapons and armor? Also, what currency?
No currency. It's you bet things that you've got. So yeah, that's one way to make to get weapons and armor and the like. Another way is you could always make them yourself, or there's a guy down south that makes them, but he's a little ways away. Also, little odd that one. He gave me this though, and he pulls out a sword, and you see that this sword is a pretty, like it would be considered a great sword, but it's got intricate lines, almost like it's kind of been woven together, even though it's metal.
That's a pretty sweet. That's a pretty sword you got there.
Yeah, thanks. It's it can do this, and he pulls like acts as though he's gonna stow it, and then whips it back in front of him again. And when you look this time, it seems to have unwoven itself and become a whip.
Oh, impressive.
Why are there so many people here and not on the main island?
Well, when there's not much else to do, some people just want to fight each other, and that's why we're here.
I can respect it.
He kind of like gives a wide toothy grin.
Ka does a wide beak grin. So
Are
it's just
you-
his normal face.
Then are you one of the factions of this island, then?
I'm not quite sure what that word means, but we're a group here, yeah.
But so we just, unfortunately, have just arrived.
Ah, you're one of the
Both.
you're one of the newbies. Gotcha.
Yes,
Yeah.
we
You're welcome.
ran into
Go ahead.
my apologies, but no, we ran into Zaire,
Oh yeah, weird guy.
the older.
Acts like he knows everything, but doesn't actually say much. Yeah, not a fan.
He gave us
He
food.
said-
He's quite nice.
Yeah. Yeah, but
He's been pleasant. You know, he's been cordial.
you're welcome to start making bets if you've got anything to trade. But if you just got here, you probably don't have much, honestly. But it is a bit of a waiting list for the fight list. But if you can find someone that'll agree to fight you, I'm sure they'd, eventually you'd come up.
Velar's kind of gonna skim the area and see if he can see anybody with like a heavy crossbow or any kind of like ranged.
Make a perception check. But yeah, if you do want to get yourself on the fighting list, you're gonna have to go talk to Torin. He's kind of the main guy around here.
That'll be a 3.
That's a persuasion check, not a perception check.
Ah.
No, that says
Correct.
persuasion. Oh,
Yeah, that's yeah.
oops. Wrong one.
That's an 8.
Right. That's better, but still not quite enough. I mean, there are a bunch of people that have different kinds of weapons like that, different ranged options. You don't see anything that would constitute a heavy crossbow per se. And it seems like most people are kind of keeping a close eye on them.
Anybody with a rapier or like a
He's just looking for
Light weapon?
weaponry. I love it.
Yeah.
Nothing that
He's
you
got-
can see currently.
short sword? I'm just
Just
like
go through all the weapons.
Yep. I'm just looking for like
With your 8, unfortunately, it's not going to be enough.
Alright.
Oops.
It's all good. Yeah, nobody here has any kind of weaponry. That's just
Yeah.
like
I mean, they all have weapons, but like I said, I'm not entirely sure what
Makeshift.
your plan is. But my thought currently is you guys don't have a ton to trade, so you're going to try to take them. And-
I've got a lobster that I was going to trade.
Yeah, that's
A
convincing.
lobster.
Should have taken some of the berries.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
I was
Hey,
asleep, so.
And he looks to Kaz like, didn't you rip up the bush of berries?
He also got rid of it.
No, I put it in my inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Did
Mm.
I have a thing called drug bush in my inventory. I forgot what it was called.
you drug bush?
Yeah, it's just called drug bush.
Unfortunately, I'm
Velvet
not going to have
shade.
allowed you to just stash half of a bush of drug berries in your inventory.
Maybe
That one
maybe
doesn't
a few
quite
of the,
fit the sniff test.
maybe a few of the berries, not all of them.
I did say I ripped the berries out of the ground.
Yeah,
I ripped the bush out of the ground.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't just like put a half of a berry bush in your back pocket.
What is this,
No,
Skyrim?
I could carry it around.
Oh, you were flying with someone. Too.
Yeah, I have 4 talons for a reason. God.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Oh,
the berry bush did not make the trek across the ocean with you.
you didn't make the trek across through.
Any notable features other than the fight pit?
Wait, don't you have the axe?
Oh yeah, I do have an axe.
You do have the axe.
I forgot about it. It's so
Where'd
light.
you-
I
Did you
forgot
that-
about
did you
that.
Let's
find-
go to,
Did you take him from there? Oh my god.
No.
Mhm.
Did you? Did you
No,
take it from
it's
there?
in your. Mm.
Starts gaslighting. I
Oh
didn't
my
know
god.
something.
Oh
I
my
would
lord.
never. I would never.
I don't
steal.
like fighting that much.
Mm.
Is there anything else to do on this island?
Are you asking this guy?
Yeah.
Are you talking about this island or like the island? Like the big one or this one?
This one
The small one.
specifically.
There's this one.
both.
No, it's pretty much just fighting here. I mean, it's what we like to do. He kind of looks around. There's nothing to like hunt. There's nothing to like grow. It's pretty much just fighting here. Yeah. Very
That no
simple.
book.
How do you get across?
We have boats stored not too far from here. That way, if we do need to go across and hunt, most people here are kind of on their own for the most part. Thorin, right? That was Thorin. My bad. My notes went away. Thorin kind of he takes bits off of all of the bets that are made here, kind of like a almost like a tax, you know, for just holding on to the bedded items, and things.
A fighter's fee, if you would.
Yeah, something like that. So that he and his crew are able to stay here and kind of run the fights. But the rest of us, we're kind of like on our own. We gotta find our own equipment and food and all that. So sometimes when there's enough that we can get some stuff from here, but most of the time at night we gotta kind of go our separate ways.
You have name? I don't know if this is a random NPC that you just threw at us
I
or
mean,
not.
it kind of is, but like, give me a second.
Okay.
And I'll figure something out.
Yeah. You can spits out random name. We note it down. Maybe we can use it later.
Yeah. Kind of
Well,
give him the once over. This is a half orc. So there is that of note. He is wearing nice armor. He has a couple, like I said, a couple of different weapons. This page would load. The name's Onol.
Like owner, but like with an L.
Like null. Uh, Velar will hand him a clam and then begin to head out of the fort.
Say, owner, seeing as we're a bit new here, we always need weapons. Could I trade this axe for something? Seeing as you look like you have quite a few weapons on you.
Let's see. Just a woodcutter's axe, right? Just a regular.
I also have this club.
That's a tree branch. That's not a club.
Just a massive tree branch.
It's a club to me.
I mean, you could use it as a club.
I mean, yeah, I guess I could trade you just a regular like short sword for the axe. If you want.
Oh, I was hoping you could trade me something that would. Well, a short sword to me is like a dagger. Or a sewing needle.
Yeah, but you see, a short sword to me is like a short sword, and the axe to me is like an axe. So like, you see how that's not a better axe than one that I could go like get elsewhere. You know, it's just an axe. So you
Wouldn't
see
that
how
be
I
like
wouldn't want to
something
trade
like-
you like something super great for something not so super great, right?
I could fly you somewhere.
Thank you, but no. I don't want no.
Okay, I tried.
Yes. So I mean, if you'd like the short sword, you could have it. But aside from
Nah, it's good. Until we meet again. He pats his head.
that, I don't do that. I should still be here, but don't do that.
You want lobster for short sword?
No. I don't really want the clam either.
You want a nice feather? I have a nice feather.
Yeah. He offers the clam bag and he kind of just turns around and walks back out.
Make a persuasion check for the feather. Like,
Oh
how
my
nice of a
God.
feather are we talking?
I feel like
It's
he
like-
should get an advantage because the guy's super confused about the clam.
It's like one of his like inner feathers, the ones that like he grooms like really like regularly.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say
Oh, my-
advantage, but I will change the DC.
What did you say?
Like,
Persuasion?
you gotta admit, like I would be pretty confused, like with the clam.
A massive catfish just handed you a clam. What do you do with it?
14.
14?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give you. What exactly are you wanting?
I need like a normal sword for me would be like a great sword for you. So
You know what? I like this sword. It's a nice sword, but if it'll get you to leave me alone, here.
Oh my god, no! No! No effing way. You No!
I think you made a new friend.
No, you didn't. Oh my god. Stefan's just like looking at this going, hearing this, it's just like, what the
Pleasure
Oh.
doing business with you, my friend.
Ka and Velor just confuse people out of their stuff.
At this point, another cheer erupts from the crowd. It seems that this fight has been won.
So my new sword is it? Wait, did he give me his?
It's a great sword. No, it's not the one that
Um,
changes.
Okay. Oh thank god. Oh thank god.
Alun looks
But
into.
still, he's like stupid, like confused, like of this whole interaction.
All right.
I want to look down into the arena and specifically see if the loser is still alive.
Yes. So
Yes.
the loser is alive.
Okay.
He is currently unconscious. It was the human that lost. He is currently unconscious, and they do have what appear to be medics going to aid.
Okay.
Medic.
Stefan, you turn around and Velor's out the door, and he's making his way back to the main island.
All right.
I. Oh my lord. What have I gotten myself into?
So were you guys headed back to the main island, or?
So Velor's, my plan is go back to that guy who makes weapons, and then maybe come back here
Mm-hmm.
to actually be able to put up a fight.
Okay.
Say, Stefan,
Yes.
what kind of weapons do you use?
Well, besides
Are
what
you more of a
I've
caster?
used to use, he kind of like pulls up the sleeve, touches his gem, and as he pulls back, you see this long like pole come out, and then twirls it, and the axe head appears. And this is
We-
my weapon of choice.
We didn't actually ask him anything about getting off this island.
I would assume the way we come.
But with the curse.
Oh,
I assume they probably don't know much about the curse other than the fact that
Oh, it probably kills you or sends you back. Or both.
I'm just imagining it's like the one scene in like Nightmare on Elm Street, where it's like you get to the end and then you go right back to the beginning.
that's alright as well. It's just like the infinite loop.
Yeah, there was a scene in that. Yeah, it was an infinite loop.
Seeing as his his new acquaintances aren't following him, he's just gonna sit on the beach and like look out in the ocean.
He's sitting the image like a frog just sitting on a rock, just with the word "man" right next to
Yeah,
it. Man,
like the horse just standing on the beach,
Yeah.
like man.
man.
Yeah, Illuminate goes, like, is Ono still there? Or was he just fed up and left?
No,
Oh, he went
No.
back as soon as you guys left him alone. Went back to start focusing on the fights
Oh.
again.
Hmm.
up to you guys wherever you want to go.
I would assume we're going back.
All right. If that's the case, then I need Constitution, or sorry, I said Strength checks the first time.
Athletics. Just
Athletics.
Athletic.
Athletics checks from the flyer and Velar.
Seeing as I've done it once, do I get advantage this time?
Not advantage, but
16.
16 will work.
15.
15 will also work. You guys make
Oh,
it back.
people, this was so hard last time. Yeah, I'm gonna ride this time.
Yeah, I figured as
I was
much.
exhausted last
I figured as much. As you guys arrive back on the island, that is where we're going to go ahead and call the session today.
Thank you. I need to sleep.
Yep, I knew it was getting
You see, You see
I have a-
Velar eating a fish.
Yeah, I'm getting up in 24 minutes. So
Is that cannibalism?
Catfish eat other fish.
Yeah, fish and other fish, yeah.
Yeah, they're omnivore.
Yeah,
or
no,
whatever
I know.
it is.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And
Alright.
rocks eat other birds.
I'm gonna go ahead and do my outro.
Alrighty.
Alright, thank you all so much for watching. It was great. It was grand. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of The Island. Surprisingly enough, this group didn't deviate much from where any of the others have. The only real difference between my 4 groups is that one of them tried to burn Zare's cabin down, which was a very interesting time. But I hope you all enjoyed. I don't know when the next time we'll do this will be. It could be a while. But it was fun for me to get back in the swing of The Island. Figuring out Roll20 was a beast. This was the first time I've used this as a DM instead of just a player, so that was interesting to say the least. But yeah, don't know what the future holds for tomorrow. I may stream, I may not. I don't know what my availability looks like. And then, of course, with Thanksgiving coming up, I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving. I know I will be with family, so I will not be able to stream. But that is all I have for you fine folks today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all later.